doing the lines tonight for this game. And one thing about Swarthmore, a little banged up here, a couple players out, including leading goal scorer Joe Barilli. He will not play tonight. They expect him back relatively soon, but he is out. He has a team-high 4 goals this season, so Swarthmore looking to pick up for him. The starting lineups, Max Kroll being goal, Harry Nevins, Harrison Hotham, Jason Muth on D, Oliver Garcia, Leo Hecht, Stathis Clothier, Charlie Ward, Sean Nolan. Up front, Bless Tumashabe and Brandon Cramblett. For McDaniel, it'll be Jonathan Mangione in goal, Farmer Stubblefield, Lucas Testholm, Alan Rivera Benitez, Jared Edge, Tyler Reed, Matt Bowes on D, Gage Souter, Brandon Marks, Nick Starr in the midfield, Justin Winborn Freeman up top, and of course they'll be moving around differently. That Brandon Morse make that for McDaniel. He'll be wearing number 16. Swarthmore. In the garnet. McDaniel in the green, and we are off. Winborn Freeman, who's a very dangerous player, he looked to make a run. It'll still be throw-in. For McDaniel, and this would be a long one. Ball headed out. And that was a nice job by Tumashabe. There's Tumashabe, 16. We'll be calling his name a lot. 5, Leo Hecht, who tries to send a long ball to Cramblett. Cramblett in there. Little push there, I believe. So it'll be a free kick as Mangione, the keeper, will be taking it. Trying to keep it in that time was Heck. Couldn't quite do it. Tumashabe, again, a very active player. Taking the throw now is Harrison Hotham. Cramblett will be a target player, number 18. Certainly a player to watch. Is Hotham again with the throw. Hecht with an outstanding move. Gets it to Tumashabe. He'll go down the right flank. He's got some great speed and a nice slide tackle there. So it'll be Harrison Hotham. Local product from Strathaven High School. What a great program that has been over the years. Hotham will get a lot on this throw. Punched out of there by Mangione. Inside looking to turn, but it cleared out of there by McDaniel. And there was a push by the Garnet, so it'll be a free kick for the Green Terrors. McDaniel, coached by Steve Carreri in his 9th season. Eric Wagner, season number 20 at Swarthmore. Mangione with a pretty big kick there. That ball was hit out of there. An excellent job by Jason Muth, number 21, as he thwarted what could have been a dangerous attack there. Boy, a lot of action in the box there. No calls. And here come the Garnet. And there was a trip that time. So this is getting pretty physical in the early going. Leo Hecht will take it very quickly. That ball not headed out of there. That could have been a dangerous situation there. There's 21, Jason Muth. Like Cramblick goes after every ball, doesn't he? Very, very active up front. The shot, score. An outstanding shot from big distance. As that is number 8, Stathis Clothier. That is his first goal of the season. What a blast. 40-21 left in the first half. Clothier with just an absolute laser. So Swarthmore gets the early goal right now. And the Garnet have been the aggressor. Tumashabe looking to go to Hecht. Hecht moving really well without the ball. That one went off him, but he's really done a good job early on trying to find some space for himself. That ball stays in, and Mangione now looks to bring it out. Doesn't want to punt it. Gets a pretty good kick there. But again, battling that ball was Jason Muth. We'll be seeing him a lot. Great trap that time by Cramblick. Stretching the field, and the Garnet knocking it around pretty well. Sean Nolan now with the chip up there. And again, Cramblick. Now, they're saying he was pushing that time. He was shielding with for the ball, number 18. But it was the foul called on him. Cramblick came into the game with no goals, 1 assist. But again, we had mentioned with Joe Barilli out, the leading goal scorer, he's one of the people that looks to pick up the slack. As that ball was headed out, so it'll be a goal kick for the Garnet. Early on, pretty physical play here. And Alan Rivero Benitez, number 4, will be taking this free kick, the sophomore from Silver Spring, Maryland. Chips it in there, headed out. Oh, nice job there by Cramblett as he passed it backwards. And now Hecht trying to get it out. Hecht to Cramblett. Really cramped corners there along the edge, but it'll be the Garnet. Cramblett, he's had a lot of touches in the early going, hasn't he? They'll want to certainly get Charlie Ward, number 10, involved in this offense as well. Here come McDaniel. And now going backwards. Interesting how much pressure that the Garnet are going to put on in the defensive end, not to have them get comfortable. There's Hecht. We're going to be calling Hecht's number a lot. He's a very active player, number 5. Outside to Rivera Benitez. He tries to go long ball, but kicked out of there that time by Sean Nolan, number 14. Rivera Benitez, though, keeps it in. He's got some moves. He's in tight corners, and again, Nolan kicked it out. Ball's in the air a lot. You would think that both teams want to get it on the ground, and wow, there was a foul that time by number 22, Lucas Teschome. Went right in there, jumped right in, and certainly wasn't playing the ball on that one. Heck will take this kick. Now, or will he? No, but it looks like it's going to be Sean Nolan. Nolan, the junior from Baltimore, Maryland, McDonough High School. Everyone's lined up at the far post. He goes more towards the center, and that ball was almost tipped away, cleared out by McDaniel. Nolan keeps it in. Nolan was bumped off the ball that time by number 9, Justin Winborn Freeman. And again, the Garnet have really controlled play here. There's Hecht. He's asking Siskin to walk off the 10 yards. You know, it was about a half a yard back. That's a good job by Hecht. You know, as an offensive player, you can tell the 10 yards or not, and he was 9.5 back, so Hecht gets a little extra room here. That ball's low, headed out. Winborn Freeman trying to make a move. A lot of physical battling there. No loose balls very easy. There's a nice slide tackle that time by Jason Muth. Chip inside. That was a good idea by Clothier, but just a little bit too far. So it'll be a goal kick for the Green Terror. Not the Green Terrier, as I had said a few times in the first game, but the Green Terror. That's a good head ball that time by Nevins. Nevins staying on it and then cleared away by Nolan. One thing you see about Nolan here in the early going, he's just always in position. There he is again. Really a smart player in the back. To Mushabe, battling that time. Rivera Benitez, and we have a little stoppage. Okay. Jury Siskin, the referee, saying, hey, come on, play the ball. Talking to Alan Rivera Benitez, the sophomore from Silver Spring, Maryland. Oh, not only talking, gave him a card. So the first yellow of the game. Show Nolan on the free kick. Yep, he goes long ball again. Headed out by McDaniel. Clothier with a great pass inside. And that ball went off McDaniel, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Garnet. Hecht, who's very, very accurate, will take this one. Tell you, somebody that they cannot lose track of, they being McDaniel, is Ward. Hecht with the corner. And out that time, Oliver Garcia ran over the ball a little bit for the Garnet. Winborn Freeman, a dangerous player up top. That's a good job, too, by 22 Lucas Teshome, who let the ball go, and the keeper, Jonathan Mangione. Again, he has elected not to punt it. He keeps it on the ground, but he has a pretty good foot, as you see there on that ball. And kicked out of bounds by McDaniel, so it'll be a throw as the Garnet have continued to keep the pressure applied. Clothier with the throw. You know, you don't want to give Clothier too much room because he's a very accurate passer, and we saw what kind of shooter he is with his first goal earlier. That was a cross by Nolan in there, but it's McDaniel going the other way. Pretty much for this game, it's been so far controlled by the Garnet. There's Hecht on the short pass. He goes back to Nevins. Here's Nevins. Switching fields. And now going up the middle, there's a little bit of an opening there. Nice passing by the Garnet. No call that time. Inside. Oh, just passed. That was an excellent look by Bless Tumushabe. He was looking for Charlie Ward and just a little bit too far, but it was a nice idea that time. (15) Luke Mason coming into the game for McDaniel. I'll tell you, Tumushabe, especially early in the game, and had some pretty dangerous runs along the right side. And the sportsmanship there to Mangione. One thing I'm wondering is if the Garnet will put any pressure on Mangione, as he's able to just to put that ball on the ground and, you know, send it far. Boy, that was a good head that time by Hotham. Cramblett to the outside. I'll tell you, the Garnet are really working space well. They're working both sides of the field well. And one thing, we haven't called the name of Nick Starr very much, number 28. He's the leading scorer for this team with 4 goals. Wow. Rivera Benitez did just enough on that play, and the ball went back to his keeper. This is what I'm wondering. Are they going to let him keep the ball on the ground? And you notice there, number 18, Brandon Cramblett, playing up a little bit more this time. That ball goes far. Nolan doing an excellent job not allowing them to get to the ball and letting it go out of bounds. Did not obstruct either. That's a good job by Nolan because he had Justin Winborn Freeman who can really fly. Just excellent positioning by Nolan. We've seen that all first half. Ball's in the air a lot as we're seeing here. Oh, no. There's a foul on the Garnet. That was an easy one. Heck just jumped the ladder that time. And it'll be Alan Rivero Benitez on the free kick. Now this could be a dangerous situation. Now they're asking to walk off the 10. He does look like he was 10. He was pretty close. Again, the Garnet get the first head on that. And I believe there was a handball in there on McDaniel. Sean Nolan goes back to Crawl, his keeper. Back to Nolan. Yep, you got to watch it. And that ball is stolen, and here come the Green Terror. Ball kicked out of there. Hotham gets it out to Ward. Again, working in tight spaces, back to Nolan. Nolan surveying the situation, but he's got to watch it because he had Justin Winborn Freeman on his back. Cramblett. Heck that time drew the foul, and that's just tenacious play by Heck. If you notice, he just doesn't give up on a play. Now, Nolan has looked to go far post a lot of times on these free kicks. We'll see what he does here. He's actually looking to go the other way this time. Everyone lining up along the right side. That headed out. That was a foul. It looked like a push that time by Oliver Garcia, number 23 for the Garnet. Boy, McDaniel going long ball. That time that ball was headed by Justin Winborn Freeman. Hecht switches fields. Nolan. What an accurate passer he is to Cramblett. Nolan now going back to Hecht. Nolan and Hecht have great control back there. Hecht with a little give and go there. On that ball, Rivera Benitez hit that ball out, but still. And now finally, Gage Souter gets it out for the Green Terror. Jason Muth. Here's Max Kroll, back to Muth. Hotham, he's been real steady. Jason Muth. He's looking to go to the far side, and he was looking to Oliver Garcia there. Here's Hecht. He'll direct traffic. He's looking for Cramblett with the header to Ward. Ward, with one man to beat, cuts it in the middle. Ward still has it. Now he's going far post. It was a good idea that time. Good idea by Ward as he hit Oliver Garcia at the far post, header wide. I'll tell you, there's a lot of really good passing by Swarthmore here in the first half. Garnet leading 1-0. Oh, that's a nice job by Hotham. Look at that control. He has the chest tap. Now he isn't able to keep it there. Farmer Stubblefield, number 29. We haven't called his number much, and he's a guy that could create some problems for this Swarthmore defense. Tumushabe. Look at him. Shrugs off the bump. And that time with the shot just wide. As Oliver Garcia has had some good chances here for the Garnet. Mangione with a piece of it, and it'll be Hecht on the corner kick. Second corner kick of the game for the Garnet. Swarthmore very dangerous in the air as well. That ball's headed out. And here come the Green Terror. Wow, that was Hecht that time. No foul called. That was well, if no fouls called, that was a fine play on Winborn Freeman. Nick Lewis and Gabrielle Brusco coming into the game for McDaniel. This has been a physical first half. 5 fouls apiece. Here's Rivera Benitez, but again, Muth, he's been just so steady. That ball's out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Garnet. Hotham. Tumushabe let go of one, but it was blocked by a defender from McDaniel. He had some velocity on that shot. As the Garnet continue to really control play here. Under 19 minutes to go here in the first half with the Garnet up 1-0. Two subs coming in, 20 Freddie Lynn and 11 Jonah Johnson into the game for the Garnet. Cramblett and Garcia, both who had some really, really good runs. Will go to the bench. Remember, you cannot go back in the first half if you're subbed. If you're subbed for in the second half, you can go back one time. The Garnet. Boy, McDaniel messing around with it out there and almost an errant back pass. That could have been very dangerous. There was Nolan backing up the play. That was number 11, Tyler Reed for McDaniel. He got that ball out of there. And there's Jason Muth with another block. Probably had some time to maybe settle it and keep possession, but he kicked it out of bounds. Of course, as I always say, it's easier to say up here about that. You never make a mistake when you're in the broadcast booth. Little harder when you're out in the field, and it's going at a pretty fast pace. And this game has been at a fast pace, and that was an obvious foul that time by Jason Muth. So McDaniel looking to get some offense going. Rivera Benitez, there you see, is right at midfield. Swarthmore has been very effective defending in the air. And that ball was hit back by Hotham. But right there, coming off his line quickly, was Max Kroll. There's Ward. Charlie looked to keep it up there, but McDaniel working in tight space. Gage Souter trying to bring it out, and he'll switch it to the outside. That's Luke Mason. Again, you see that as a goal kick for the Garnet, you see that the Garnet are not allowing players to be open, and if they do get open, they've been covering up very well. There's Nolan, who's been a tower of strength in that back line. Hotham to Mushabe. And Nolan says he wants to get rid of it that time. That was a good header by Tyler Reed of McDaniel. One thing, Teshome, number 22 for McDaniel, is a very skilled player in that back line, but sometimes he has so much confidence with himself that he holds the ball maybe a little too long. We'll see if the Garnet continue to try to put pressure on the defenders. That foul that time was on Jonah Johnson of the Garnet, so it'll be the free kick for McDaniel. There's Souter. Rivera Benitez. And a slide tackle that time by Tumushabe. Bless is really hustling all over the field. A little disagreement over the call there. Eric Wagner not very happy about it on the Swarthmore bench. Rivera Benitez looking for a target there. Everybody's pretty well covered. Pretty good control. And look at Tumushabe that time. He continues to battle. I think that ball went off him. But wow, has he battled. There's Souter. Real tight space. Now he looked to go back, and now he does. Teshome. Stolen by Hecht. Hecht would not let them get it out. And continued pressure by Swarthmore. This is what you have to do against the defense. They're making it hard, and finally, Souter got it out. Tyler Reed. And there, again, Tumushabe coming back. And it's back to Max Kroll. Over to Nolan. Nolan always with his head up, looking and surveying the situation. Things are a little tight quarters there. That ball actually went off 3. Nick Lewis, the freshman from Lutheran, Maryland. Conversely, we talked about the pressure of Swarthmore. You wonder if McDaniel will start putting a little more pressure on the defense of Swarthmore and not allowing them to get the ball out there so quickly. Hecht, Freddie Lynn, and an excellent defensive play that time by Lucas Teshome, as Freddie Lynn had a chance on that right flank. Rivera Benitez, back to Lewis, back to Rivera Benitez. There's a header by Starr, number 28, and we have not called Nick Starr's number very much. He's the leading goal scorer for this team. In fact, he has 4 of the 5 goals. Almost a chance there. It looked like Johnson. Jonah Johnson showed some nice burst. Mangione with the long kick. Again, you wonder how effective those long kicks are if you're not going to settle them, and then this is what's been happening. Swarthmore's been getting the ball and coming the other way. Tumushabe putting on the Jets. He's pushed there that time. Oh, now they're saying he did the pushing. Yeah, he's not very happy about that call. Wow, when he gets it going, that's the 8th foul on Swarthmore. We've mentioned this has been a very physical first half. Their Star gets one of his rare touches in this first half. Good job by Nevins that time, kicking the ball out. And now McDaniel putting a little pressure on. Rivera Benitez going long ball. But again, Nolan hits it out. They being McDaniel, have had very, very little success going long ball. Part of it has been the anticipation back there of Sean Nolan. Reads the play really well, gets to it quickly. There was Starr trying to one-time heel it. Io George, number 19, coming into the game for Swarthmore. The freshman from Cranston, Rhode Island. And Eric Wagner going deep to his bench and getting good results. There's George. Boy, McDaniel getting pressured. And we talked about pressuring the defense and really making them work there. And Rivera Benitez goes long ball now. That's a nice trap by Starr. Starr looking for room. Notice there are 2 defenders, though, around him. That's very well played by the Garnet. Joel Afate, he goes by Afate Molate, but he said, nah, just call me Afata. Talk to him pregame. Joel from Manchester, PA. There's George. He's gotten a few touches early on here as he just came into the game. Again, they're looking to feed George there. And look, he did not give up on that ball. Almost got it. That's a great lesson for the young players. You never want to give up on the ball as Grant Wynn comes into the game for Charlie Ward, and Ward has had a very, very active first half here. Where the back line has been so strong for Swarthmore. Rivera Benitez trying to get it to Afata. Oh, there's a header that time by Nick Lewis. And you notice what Lewis did. He did a nice job shielding, getting the ball and heading on there, but it wasn't a very difficult save for Max Kroll. McDaniel that time, or Freddie Lynn that time for Swarthmore, just past the goal mouth. Freddie Lynn, part of the depth on this team, the sophomore from Upper Arlington, Ohio, the Wellington School. It's Mangione with the goal kick. He's had a lot of them here in the first half. Tell you one thing, Swarthmore has won a lot of battles in the air, and McDaniel would be well served to kind of keep it more on the ground. They're trying to work a short passing game there. But a little miscommunication, and it'll be the Garnet on the throw. Hecht was taken down that time by Starr. No call. Garnet still with possession and kicked away. Where Fatah almost got possession of the ball. One thing Fatah's done since he's come in, he hasn't been in very long, but he's put some pressure on that defense. That ball is kicked out by Teshome. You know, a play like that where you have a little bit of time, you maybe could kick it out toward midfield, but looked like he mishit it. And now it'll be Hotham on the throw. And he gets a lot into it. Rivera Benitez, and that's a good job. Afata trying to run, but again, we've seen this all half. There have been multiple defenders around the McDaniel player. Beat one man, they're backing up. Excellent defensive job this first half by Swarthmore. There's Nolan. Oh, and that time that was a nice ball to Jonah Johnson. And deflected off, so it'll be the third corner kick for the Garnet. Io George to take it. George. Oh, ball just headed wide. And it'll be a goal kick for the Green Terror.
Number 10, Matthew Mulhenzy.
Matthew Mulhenzy into the game for McDaniel, the junior from Edders, PA. He replaced Gabriel Brusco, who was pretty active here in the first half. Again, another ball that was lost. Grant Wynn tried to get it to Freddie Lynn. Afata, he's done a nice job since he's come in here. I would not be surprised if Afata sees a lot of minutes in the second half. Again, looking to work that right flank. That ball's off the Garnet. That'll be a corner kick. First one of the game for McDaniel. And that'll be Gage Souter taking the corner. Always in these situations, you have to watch 28 star. Crawl makes the play. Max, the junior keeper from Tokyo, Japan. To Mushabe, that ball's off him. There was a foul called that time. And Rivera Benitez, who's taking this free kick, he's had a pretty good first half. He's faced a lot of pressure. Headed out and then cleared out by the Garnet. It looked like Harry Nevins got a piece of that, and Crawl gets to it as the half is running down now. So it's been an impressive first half for the Garnet. Clothier with his first goal of the season. In the 5th minute, and Swarthmore has pretty much kind of dominated the territorial advantage. There have been a few nice runs by McDaniel, so we're through the first 45. There's your score. Swarthmore 1, McDaniel nothing. Back for more right after this.
I am so happy that I chose D3. My coaches and my teammates are always pushing me to reach new potential and to try new things.
You still get to be on a team and play at a very high competitive level, but it doesn't take over your entire life.
They really do want to see you do well in your sport, in the classroom, in life. What the Centennial Conference has to offer is unparalleled by anything else in the country.
Together, we are driven. 1, 2, 3. To motivate, to challenge, to lead. Every practice, every play, every day, every season. 11 schools together in competition. We are the Centennial Conference.
No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance.
For them.
I am so happy that I chose D3. My coaches and my teammates are always pushing me to reach new potential and to try new things.
You still get to be on a team and play at a very high competitive level, but it doesn't take over your entire life.
They really do want to see you do well in your sport, in the classroom, in life. What the Centennial Conference has to offer is unparalleled by anything else in the country.
Together, we are driven. 1, 2, 3. To motivate. To challenge. To lead. Every practice. Every play. Every day. Every season. 11 schools. Together in competition. We are the Centennial Conference.
No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance.
And we're just about getting ready for the second half. Mark Narducci here. Glad to be bringing you this soccer, great soccer on the Garnet Sports Network. Of course, earlier today, the Swarthmore women went down 2-1, but in a game that was exciting end-to-end action to the nationally ranked McDaniel team. In the first half, interesting, 9 fouls by Swarthmore, 5 by McDaniel. Both keepers were just forced to make one save in that first half. And now we're on for the second. Really a strong defensive effort. And there's Nolan. And again, I wonder how long McDaniel's going to let number 14 Nolan have that much time in the back. Sometimes you want to pressure him. Yeah, there was a trip that time. That was on Starr. We talked about Starr, number 28, the leading scorer for McDaniel. McDaniel has 5 goals this year. He has 4 of them. Nolan has such great accuracy, too, with the long passes on the ground. There's Hecht, very active in the first half. Charlie Ward. Ward looking to get a step. Ward. And, you know, he may have been better suited to try to shoot that ball the first time. He had a little bit of room. Took an extra dribble. And again, Swarthmore starting the second half the way it did the first with plenty of pressure. Garcia. And finally cleared away by the Green Terror. There's Jared Edge, 6th, who went down on the ground. He has not had a lot of touches in the first half. Oh, that time, Brandon Cramblett had a chance. Running through, nope, no call that time as Jason Muth was tripped inside the box. The referee, Jory Siskin, immediately, you saw him wave his arm saying, no penalty kick on that one. Was very definitive on that. As that was a foul along that way on McDaniel. Nolan. Now McDaniel looking to go outside. Matt Bowes, number 18. There was a missed kick that time by Clothier, a very rare one. And now McDaniel will go for the corner, and that'll be Gage Souter. McDaniel trailing 1-0 early here in the second half. Hotham got the first hit on that. He got the first header on that and then cleared out by Cramblett. This will be Matt Bowes with the throw. Doesn't look like he's going to try to go long. We'll see. Well, I take that back. Got it in there pretty well. But cleared out of there by Oliver Garcia. Again, defenders continue to back each other up for Swarthmore. Garcia right there on the spot. Got it out in a dangerous situation. There's Bowes on the throw. Players thought that was for a stoppage of play. As that ball goes out, it'll be a goal kick for the Garnet. See again, there's Nolan. He's able to bring it out with really no pressure. To Mashabe, back to Nolan. Look, nobody's been on him all game. And when you're able to bring it back without any kind of pressure from the back line, it really helps get things started in the offense. I'm surprised McDaniel hasn't at least challenged Nolan a little bit more back there. This is still McDaniel ball. Here comes McDaniel going down the side, but again, Nolan, instead of kicking it out far, just clears it to his teammate. That's an excellent play. And here comes Garcia just around midfield. Oh, he had Hecht there. Hecht was open there, and there now Hecht has it. Back to Garcia. That's a great little triangle that they worked there. Charlie Ward. Ward makes the move. One dribble, maybe too many with Ward. We talked about earlier, maybe he could have shot it. He had a little space to shoot it, not a lot, but he elected to take that extra dribble. Ward with a goal and 2 assists this year. Here's Garcia. Could not keep that ball. Oh, he did keep it in. Now he did not. Bose will be on the throw. Muth was calling for a handball on that play. See how Cramblit's putting the pressure on the defense? Swarthmore's not allowing the defense to have any time. And I've been saying that there's Nolan, who's had all day really with the ball. Nolan now up in the offensive end. Hecht. Tumushabi couldn't quite get there in time, and a nice slide by Jonathan Mangione, the keeper. We're having some end-to-end action here. Edge tried to get the edge that time, but kicked out of there by Clothier, our goal scorer for the night. Noticing a little more pressure right now as a player is down. A little more pressure being applied by McDaniel. That is Harry Nevins, who has been so steady here tonight. Nevins, a senior from London. Bose will take the throw. He can get a lot on it, so they're going to have to back up with him. A lot of spin on that one. Nevins cleared. Garcia gets it back. And again, nice job by Clothier. Tumushabe there. Cramblet. He has 3 green shirts around him, then passes it off to Hecht. Hecht with the shot over the goal. That's a nice job, though, by Brandon Cramblet, because he had all the green jerseys around him. He still kept possession, waited to get an open player, and then Hecht with the shot. Again, even though that's wide, I'm a big proponent of just putting some pressure on these keepers. We've seen a couple of instances where there have been one dribble too many and the players have lost the ball. There's Edge going for it. Gets it back to Bose. And that ball was hit out of bounds. And again, Jason Muth has done a fine job not letting anybody get much room. Justin Wimborne-Freeman has not had much room to operate. And he's a dangerous player. They've done a really good job on number 9. That ball goes inside, but Nevins just kicks it out. And really, that was the only play. Again, I always talk about you want to keep possession, but there was a little too much pressure. He just had to get that ball out of there. And Bose, again, has that long throw. We'll see. Sometimes there's a little too much air under these balls. That ball's headed out, but Bose, again, going far post, and that ball goes out of bounds. Again, he may have had some time to settle that ball and maybe get a shot off. Maybe overpassing. Look, there's Nolan again. Nobody on him. Surveying the scene and able to get the ball up there. Here comes Edge. Edge on the right. Looking to make the move inside. Edge. And again, great help defense. There were 3 Garnet jerseys around there. Excellent job. Oh, Bo kept that ball in. Starr couldn't quite get it. Tumushabe, look at him go. Look at Bless go. Cramblett. Cramblett on an angle. Headed out. Souter. Souter still with the ball. I'll tell you, give Justin Winborn Freeman a lot of credit. He's battling for the ball, but the Garnet have had defenders all over him tonight. There's a guy you don't want to give him an inch even to move. He's so dangerous. And speaking of him, well, Garnet player down on the ground on that head ball. Looks like it's Garcia. No, excuse me. That was Clothier. Bowes on the throw. McDaniel's D working it back up in now. Starr with the header. Winborn Freeman, and again, you know, it's almost like we're being redundant, but there are so many Garnet players around Winborn Freeman. They are not allowing him to breathe there. Cramblett, look at him getting the positioning there. Tremendous job. Clothier has to go back to Nevins, and then Nevins up to Ward. Nice little back header by Ward to Garcia, and back to Ward. That's an outstanding sequence there. Ward inside. Beautiful save that time by Mangione. Garcia still with it. And again, ball goes out as Teschome kicks it out, and it'll be a corner for the Garnet. Wow, Garcia really hustling. Hecht on the corner kick. Fourth corner kick for Swarthmore. And the ball is able to be cleared by McDaniel. That's Clothier, and I wonder if he's going to get carded here. He's called over. Very aggressive play. That's who the foul was on. Having a long discussion. And now there's the card. So second yellow card of the game, one for each. Herrera Benitez on the free kick. Starr got a head on it. Again, we've talked about Starr has not been in a lot of position to do much damage offensively. Garcia defending. Great defense that time by Garcia, but ball not totally cleared out. There's Bose. Blocked by Jason Muth. How many balls or passes has he blocked tonight? And you know, Joel Afata back in the game. Remember, he came in number 7. There you see him. He came in late in the first half, and I thought made an impact. And one of the things I said was, I think we're going to see more of Afata this half. He's got great ball skills. That ball out of bounds. So it'll be Clothier on the throw. I would watch number 7, Afata. He's dangerous. There's Starr. Starr has not had a lot of room to work, and again cleared out by Jason Muth. Muth looking to get it up to Cramblett, and a nice job clearing it out of there by Lucas Teschome. There's Garcia. He's looking far post. Just over the head of the jumping number 16, Bless Tumashabe. Good idea. Very good idea there. Mangione on the goal kick. Hotham wasn't able to get the ball that time, so it'll still be McDaniel. You have to think McDaniel will be moving more people up here offensively, trying to get that equalizer. Gee, there's another steal. Ward to Hecht. Hecht. And that time, Tumashabe is tripped. Boy, Tumashabe has really been active. Here comes Nolan. We know how accurate he is on his passes. Has Cramblett, we'll see if Cramblett runs to the near or the far post. He's going near post that time. Punched out of there by Mangione. Headed by Nevins, and easy play there by Mangione. So Nevins coming up from his defensive spot on that position. Got the head on it. Remember we said we thought maybe they should challenge Mangione on the kick, and didn't Cramblett just do that? Edge still with the ball. Number 8, Souter. This is a dangerous situation here. But a nice slide tackle by Nevins. Garcia. Garcia with a nice little step over. And wow, he's taken down that time. No call. Edge keeps possession. Afata. And things are really getting physical here. Here's Ward. He's got some steam to Cramblett. Cramblett. It looked like there was an offside there. Yep. That was the first offside call of the game. Remember, we mentioned that Swarthmore 6-2 overall, 2-1 in the Centennial Conference. The only team without a Centennial Conference loss is Johns Hopkins at 3-0. Tumushabe again putting a lot of pressure on this defense. Grant Wynn coming back into the game, replacing Jason Muth. I think Muth will be back in this game. No question about it. Jalen Clark, number 23, comes into the game for Edge. There's Hecht. Ward. Still battling for it. Tries to get it back to Tumushabe. And it is really getting physical. Have I mentioned that before? There's yet another foul. 10th foul of the game on the Garnet. 10-8 in fouls. We said Johns Hopkins, the only undefeated team at 3-0 in the Centennial Conference. Hecht clears that away. The highest ranked nationally Centennial Conference team at number 8. Washington College 23, Franklin and Marshall 25, but Washington College lost to Ursinus today. Another interesting development. Speaking of Ursinus, as a player's down. Can't quite get the number. But anyway, in its last game before this one, as we get a look here back at the play there. Nice save that time on the shot by Cramblett. Look at Garcia with the move there, 23. That's an outstanding job. There you see the time, 24:42 left. That was the play that was not called in the box. That was Jason Muth. And that is Alan Rivera Benitez, who has been just an outstanding player tonight for McDaniel. He's on the sideline now. Teams are ready to resume play. Looks like Souter on the free kick, and it's a long one. Nevins with the head ball. How many head balls have the Garnet won tonight? They've really done a great job in the air. Souter actually headed that backwards to Ward. Looked like a handball there. So it'll be the Garnet. Tell you what, Charlie Ward has made his presence known, especially in this second half. He's had some runs. Nolan with the pass to Ward. Ward to Hecht inside. Cleared out though. Fata coming all the way back for the ball, but can't keep possession. Nolan just kicks it in. Swarthmore has done a fine job tonight winning a lot of those 50-50 balls. We mentioned it's been a physical game. 20 fouls have been called, 11 on Swarthmore. Hecht cleared that one out again. And he just committed the foul on Souter that time. Every time Souter has tried, looks like he tries to go far post. We'll see. Here's one thing that I don't understand. He's taking his time here, but it's allowing Swarthmore's defense to set up too. Sometimes you want to get these free kicks started. Look how much time this is taking. And Nevins with the header again. Tumushabe, and he's taken down and finally calls a foul, and I think we're going to have a card here. Yep. Was that Tyler Reed, number 11? Referee Jory Siskin gives him the card after a long talk there. So third card of the game. 2 on McDaniel. 1 on Swarthmore. Nolan, plenty of room. Kicks it in there. Nevins was going for that ball. Wow. Looked like he stopped on that, but Nevins was there.
Number 11, Jonah Johnson, and number 20, Freddie Lynn.
Jonah Johnson and Freddie Lynn back into the game for Swarthmore. Both of them had some pretty good, had a good showing in the first half. Garcia, he's just been so stellar tonight. And that ball goes out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for McDaniel. In the first half, Johnson, Jonah Johnson, Io George, Freddie Lynn, and Grant Wynn came into the game. And all 4 of them showed well. There's Garcia to win. Ward. Wow, that was a lazy pass, and I'll tell you what. Number 20, Freddie Lynn, wasn't that far from it. You have to watch those passes in the back. There's Johnson. Johnson has some explosive ability. You could send him on goal. Hecht to Ward. Jonah Johnson. Ward and Heck playing a little two-man game there. Swarthmore still with it. We talked about the physicality of tonight's game. 22 fouls, 12 on Swarthmore. Garnets have the edge in corner kicks 4-2. Bose is on the right side and he's calling for it. He was wide open and there he gets it. Souter. That's an interesting play that time by Grant Wynn. He tried to back heel it. There's Souter. Nobody on him. You want to get a body on him. You don't want to give him too much free rein. He goes backwards. There's Hecht on another steal. Leo Hecht has just been all over the place. There's Clark. Inside, Fataha. Or excuse me, Al-Fatah. And here comes Bose. We know what kind of long throw he has, so for Swarthmore, Nevins has been especially effective on these, defending the long throw. That ball was first headed by Freddie Lynn. Still possession. Again kept in. That's a nice little ball by Farmer Stubblefield, number 29 for McDaniel. There's Johnson. Well, he's really composed with the ball, isn't he? Johnson. Garcia. But ball passed back and then cleared out. Here's Charlie Ward. He's gotten a lot of loose balls here tonight. Ward spinning around. Nevins. One touch. Back to Ward. Ward looking to get any kind of room to shoot, and he does, but it's right on goal. As Jonathan Mangione gets it. But that's what we were talking about on Ward. Remember earlier in the game, earlier this half, he had a couple of instances where maybe he took an extra dribble. That time he took the shot, and even though it wasn't a hard shot, that's the kind of pressure you want to put on these keepers. Look at Garcia. Just kicked that right there to Freddie Lynn. But dangerous. Afata. We know he has moves. He's got some speed. He crosses it in there. Headed out, though. That looked like Hecht on that. That saved what was a very dangerous situation.
Swarthmore sub, number 16, Wes Tumashabe, and number 21, Jason Muth.
Tumashabe and Jason Muth, who we said would not be out of the game very long. Charlie Ward and Garcia, who both have given great minutes tonight, get a breather on the Swarthmore bench. Bose. Nevins again clears it out. Harry Nevins has been on the spot. Freddie Lynn getting a little physical there. No foul was called, though. 15:40 and counting left in this one. An early goal by Clothier has stood up so far for Swarthmore. Again, we mentioned leading goal scorer Joe Barilli out for this game. Injured. Swarthmore hopes he'll come back relatively soon. Oh, Tumashabe is down. He went to head that ball. I don't know what happened, but he's down. He's had quite a game tonight for the Garnet. Bless Tumashabe, the junior from Washington, D.C., Woodrow Wilson High School. And he's up now as we looked at that Ward shot that he cranked. Again, Didn't have a lot of room, but made some space for himself. That's a good job by Ward, who is now out of the game, by the way. Starr with the header over there, winning that. McDaniel looking to go forward. Throw in for the Garnet. Nolan clears it out. Freddie Lynn. There's Bose. Pretty good connections right now. As a nice job by Jalen Clark. Actually passed that ball to himself on the right side. Tried to do it again. And the foul was called on Nevins. Nevins wasn't happy about that one. Souter will take this kick. I would make them walk off the 10. Swarthmore doesn't look like 10 yards away. We'll see if he makes them do it. He wants the 10 yards. They'll make him walk it off. That's a good job by Souter. He wanted that extra space. Headed out by Tumushabe that time. And then cleared by Hecht. Hecht has backed up so many plays and made plays like the one he just did tonight. Just really done a great job positioning himself. Leo Hecht has had quite a game, the junior from Princeton Junction, New Jersey. And it'll be throw in for McDaniel. McDaniel looking to try to get some offense going here and get the equalizer. Max Kroll picks it up. Winborn Freeman trying to get a steal for McDaniel, number 9. If he ever does that, he could walk in on goal. He's very dangerous. They've done a pretty good job limiting him, not giving number 9 a lot of space. Oh, Bose waited for that too long, and Tumushabe going in with kick in the far post, and it's wide. But an excellent job by Bless Tumushabe. As Bose got a little too casual with that ball for McDaniel. There's Tumushabe again, but that ball is taken away. And this is Jalen Clark. Nice job that time by Clothier, who has really deflected a lot of balls here tonight. He just did it again. Tight quarters, but Swarthmore working the ball well. There's Bose. Charlie Ward and Oliver Garcia back in the game for Swarthmore. Jonah Johnson and Grant Wynn come off. Again, the players that Coach Eric Wagner has brought off the bench have really done a nice job here tonight. Souter with the ball near midfield. Again, another lazy pass. McDaniel with Bose. Or excuse me, that was Starr. Bose with the cross. And Clothier clears it out, but a little more pressure now by McDaniel. Starting to send more people up there. And the ball's in the air a lot. You would think that, yep, Freddie Lynn tried to settle it, couldn't, but here's Souter. Here comes Souter. And he is taken down that time by Jason Muth. And this is a key situation for McDaniel. They definitely need to walk off those. That's not even close to 10 yards. I still don't think it's 10 yards. Jory Siskin walking it off. He's telling, hey, guys, back up. Now, do you try to shoot it? Do you try to pass it here? Souter has been more inclined to pass the ball tonight. Yep, he goes far post. And a ball. How did it stay out of there? Oh, my goodness. Buzzing around the net. How did that stay out? What a break for Swarthmore. And first, the clear out was by Jason Muth, number 21. How did that stay out of the goal? Wow. There you see your time, 7:16. Swarthmore doesn't want to just sit back there, wants to put some pressure on the defense as well. Nolan will take the kick. And it looked like Tumashabi got a head on it, but it way wide.
Coming in for the Garnet, number 18, Brandon Cramlett.
Brandon Cramlett back into the game for Freddie Lynn. One thing, oh, here it is. Here's the look again. Don't know how this thing stayed out of there. Wow. There was a defender back there, couldn't quite see the number. I don't know if it was Nevins, but somebody was back there and I think got a piece of that. Nevins miskicked it that time. Bose inside. This is a dangerous situation, and Nolan couldn't quite clear it. Souter to Bose. Bose gives himself a little room to Souter, but not a little too tight of a space, and Heck kicks it out. Leo Heck kicks it out. Here's Bose. We know he has the long throw. He's not going long, though, this time. Wow, that's a nice job by Afata, who was double-teamed and still can't maintain possession. And now we are going to get the long throw from Bose. So all of a sudden, McDaniel has been putting immense pressure. And that ball headed out, so it'll be a goal kick for the Garnet. That was Starr on that header. There we see that almost goal again. Unbelievable. Oh, Tumushabe's limping a little bit on that play. You got to watch 16. He's right there on your screen. And now he goes down. Yeah, he jumped up and hurt something, so he's down on the ground, and they'll call time. He'll be replaced by Io George. Remember, George came in late in the first half, and I thought really gave Swarthmore a spark. And with the injury, good sportsmanship, just kick it back to McDaniel. I'll tell you what, Afata, number 7, has been very dangerous. And one thing Cramblett does, number 18 for Swarthmore, he puts a lot of pressure on the defense. There he is now with the little touch. Io George has 2 men to beat, can't do it there. Back comes McDaniel. Souter, he's pushed down there by Hecht. Another stoppage. Nope, no cards given. Jonathan Mangione, he'll be taking the kick. Heck clears it, and look at those ball skills by Mangione, the keeper, that time. Winborn Freeman inside, and just kicked wide. Golden opportunity. And it was Starr that time. He had a chance. Wow. The Green Terror continue to put the pressure on. They've certainly had the better of the play in the last 10 or so minutes. There's no question about that. Boy, that time, Clothier was upended. He's holding his back a little bit. That ball kicked out, but again, what happened was Brandon Cramblett, with his back to the goal, just does a great job shielding and getting possession. He does a lot of little things that don't show up. Here's a look again. Oh, just wide. Wow, had an open part of that net too. Swarthmore in no hurry right now with 1:46 and counting left. Cramblett again, he tried to turn it but couldn't do it. But again, he is so tough when you throw the ball and he gives you a target, he shields the defender, and he often keeps possession of the ball. .121 and counting. Here comes a free kick for the Green Terror. Yep, and they're going to let Mangione take it with that foot of his. Mangione with the long kick. Cleared out of harm's way that time by Charlie Ward. What's the stoppage here for? 53 seconds. There you see it on the clock. Bose, he can make it a long throw. Souter gets ahead on it. But Garcia gets to the ball. Can he clear it out? Yes. Garcia with the defensive play. Mangione now playing way out of goal. Has no other choice. There's an offside call. Nobody sees it. And now the call is made. Sean Nolan just kicks it up there, and Swarthmore was given all it could handle in this second half by McDaniel. But a goal in the 5th minute by Stathis Clothier is the difference as Swarthmore beats McDaniel by a 1-0 score. Swarthmore improves to 7-2 overall, 3-1 in the Centennial Conference. McDaniel falls to 2-6, 0-3. But I'll tell you what, McDaniel gave Swarthmore a real scare with a couple of opportunities late in the second half. And Swarthmore, though, was able to hang on. It was a physical game. 27 fouls, 16 on the winning Garnet. So Swarthmore, as we mentioned, improves to 7-2 on the season with a big Centennial Conference win. Tuesday night, we'll be back here on the Garnet Sports Network as Swarthmore will host Penn State Abington, a 4-4-1 team, after a 0-0 tie today with Penn College. So it'll be 7 o'clock on Tuesday night, back at it here on the Garnet Sports Network. So that'll wrap it up. A great day of soccer. First with the women, McDaniel winning with a late game surge, 2-1 over Swarthmore, and then Swarthmore men winning this one tonight, 1-0. We hope you've enjoyed this soccer on the Garnet Sports Network. For everybody affiliated with the network, Mark Narducci saying thanks for watching. We'll see you Tuesday night right here from Clothier Field.